Kia ora, welcome to this episode of, well, it's a sort of early August, latish winter episode, fruit planting episode, this particular one. And today I'll be talking about planting strawberries in particular. Strawberries are a great crop. They're probably one of the best producers in a home garden, and they can really produce a lot if you plant them rightly with the correct amount of compost and stuff like that. So first up, why strawberries? They're a powerhouse of nutrients. They're rich in antioxidants like vitamin C, quercetin, anthocyanins, and which will help protect cells from damage and boost the immune system. They also contain essential minerals like manganese, folate and potassium, which are important for our metabolic processes. I've chosen three types of strawberries to plant this particular season: Camarosa, Chandler and Pajero. The Camarosa variety of strawberry is great for getting early crops of strawberries, but they also produce a heavy summer crop as well, and they're an overall high yielding variety. Whereas the Chandler is also high yielding, but it's mainly in the summer cropping period. As the Chandler is also good for resistance to weather extremes such as drought and too much rain and stuff like that. The Pajero is also a vigorous variety, producing high yields of delicious fruit throughout the summer season. So got a bit of early season variety there and mid-season varieties. And overall, if you feed them well throughout the season and you plant them with the right amount of compost, and in my particular case compost, blood and bone and seaweed fertilizer, which I'll show in a minute, and they will really produce well for you throughout the growing season, and you won't have to worry about the exorbitant price of organic strawberries. As this is a new bed for strawberries, the first thing to do when it comes to late winter, early spring season is to actually fork the soil up. That is not to turn it over. Loosen it up, just loosen it up before putting compost on it. That way it'll be nice and loose for the roots of the new strawberry plants to get down into the soil and make the most of the nutrients and the soil life. And after this, then I put the compost, which I've mixed in with some blood and bone and some seaweed pellets. I'll put that on top and rake it in before I plant the actual strawberry plants themselves. And once everything's been forked over, and there, compost on there. And once the compost is on, spread it out so you've got a nice even layer all over the bed. As a general rule of thumb, I plant my strawberry plants about 20 to 30 centimetres apart when first planting out a new crop. This will leave space because over time it will send out runners. There'll be shoots, new runners come out from here, and then they'll grow out and they'll fill in that space completely. Some people prefer them just in rows and put them in plastic. I prefer not. Just keep it organic, little plastic as possible. But yeah, so they're most productive in their second season, so this is their first season. They'll be a nice little cropper, but not as much as the second year once their roots are firmly established in the soil, and they will then really the second, third, fourth seasons, so that's their biggest crops. After that they tend to go down for a while, and then eventually it's worthwhile replacing them, which I am doing. So I had it earlier. This is how you do it. Make sure they're a bit loose underneath for the roots to come out. You don't want them too deep at all. You want them really, the crown of the strawberry is flush with the surface. Some people put plastic down and some people put straw, but I prefer not to bother with all that, so it's just one more thing to do, and it makes it easier to and stuff like that, get the water in, and to put maybe some compost come late January, early February. Roots there. I do a sort of a star pattern. That's how I do it. But yeah, they can just go straight in rows. But that tends to fill out the whole area and gives you lots of reason to go hunting strawberries in the season. Yeah. Carpi, get into it. I'm salivating already. Thanks for watching this video on how I go about planting organic strawberries in my own home garden. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and like buttons so it'll keep you informed when I come up with new content, which I have already recorded and just need to get around to editing. And once Prince Cashew lets me, hey big boy. And then, yes, and a big thanks to Zerma Botanical Oil Studio and Biophenol for supporting the creation of this podcast and the Once We're Gardeners format. And yeah, look forward to seeing you here next time. Ka kite anō.